You gotta wonder, are there badass words for every letter of the alphabet? A is for assassin, B is for badass, C is for cannibal? Hello and welcome to my review of V for Vendetta starring Natalie Portman, Hugo Weaving, and John Hurt. V for Vendetta takes place in a dystopian future where England has essentially reverted back to the Third Reich. There's a dictator in charge, and he's putting everybody who's different essentially into concentration camps. And the whole place is just censored to hell and everything like that. And the main character of the movie is not a faceless, but you never see his face, vigilante named V, who wants to unite the people again and have them rebel against this government. And Evie, played by Natalie Portman, who's kind of our audience avatar who gets thrown into this revolution headfirst when she befriends this vigilante. Now let me tell you guys, I haven't watched a movie this good in I don't even know how long. A long, long time. This is quite possibly one of my new favorite movies. This is just one of those rare films that's just perfect. It's just a perfectly assembled story with great acting, great characters, great action, everything you could want in a movie. So let's get into why. First and absolutely foremost, the actors in this film are fantastic. Hugo Weaving, man. Hugo Weaving is such an underrated actor, never quite gets his due, and in this film he really proves it. His character not once shows his face, and yet this guy has more expression in his voice and in his movements in this costume than most seasoned actors are able to do with a fully realized character covered in makeup. It's flat out unbelievable how much this man without a face makes you care about him. And Hugo Weaving just, he uses his voice to great effect, man. He is a great character in this movie. He's just a dynamic, intelligent, that's the main thing. The most of these vigilantes these days are just flat out dumb. V is a smart, tricky guy. And also the best thing about him is that he's really morally ambiguous. They don't really classify him as a hero. He's just the best thing going on in this world of pure evil. And also Natalie Portman, man. Natalie Portman was great in this movie. She just perfectly captures what any normal person would feel in this society, which is just a sense of hopelessness. And I love her character's journey as she learns to become brave through her experiences. Also, there's some excellent supporting work here, most notably by a deliciously evil John Hurt and Stephen Fry. The movie looks great. This thing has a gothic comic book style that looks to be ripped straight from the comic book pages of Alan Moore, and it just looks beautiful. Every shot in this movie is just perfectly assembled, and this is just a beautiful looking movie. And also, I just love how this movie meshed social commentary and symbolism with this great acting and this fantastically shot action. Everything just meshes together, and normally you can only really get one or the other. This is like one of those rare District 9 type scenarios where everything is here. And the social commentary in this movie is just flat out beautiful. I love this movie's message that goes against dictatorships, obviously, but also I just love this movie's theme of the power of the people. This is such an empowering movie for the populist society. Just showing what people can do when they assemble is just so inspiring in this film, and I love how this movie portrays it. However, I did have a couple problems with the film. First off, and this is my main problem, and the other problems just shoot off of this. This movie it has a couple plot holes. The plot isn't as tight as it should be, especially in one case that I don't want to spoil in case you haven't seen this amazing movie yet. But the big twist about midway through, it doesn't really make sense. It really doesn't. It's a shocking twist, and you sit there for a second and you're flabbergasted, but you think about it and you're like, I don't know. And some parts just don't feel as well assembled as others in terms of just the storyline. But I feel like that's just because they're ripping it from a very dense graphic novel and trying to put it all in one film. Overall, James McTeague, despite these plot holes, has directed an absolute masterpiece here. This guy not only is just a fantastic director in terms of style and framing and all that stuff, but he's taken a very dense graphic novel and adapted it into a great movie, man. This is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time, despite minor plot holes. It meshes everything I want to see in a movie and does it really, really well. I'm gonna give V for Vendetta 4 stars out of 4. This, like I said, this is one of my new favorite movies. I absolutely love this thing. And that was my review of V for Vendetta. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. And until next time, which I believe we'll be talking about Act of Valor, I'm Movie Kid Mike, making sure your time is worth your money.